Hello there, and welcome to my channel. My name's Kritter. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down and reacting to episode 7 of The Wheel of Time. As I watch episode 7, I'm going to stop and give you my immediate reactions to what I'm seeing. So stand by. I have a feeling it's going to get pretty emotional today, but let's just see what happens. As usual, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I ask that you do. Please, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video, and if you want notifications whenever I post new content, press the little bell. I'm really excited, so without further ado, let's get into it. Holy shit. That was one of the coolest scenes I have ever seen in television. Period. This woman is my hero. Okay. Oh my gosh. The camera work, the stunt work, the acting. Did you know that this actress, Magdalena Sitova, is primarily a stunt double? She does stunt work. So here she is doing insane stunt work, but pulling an incredible acting scene also. Oh my god. This was so good. Best cold open, no question. The violence, I didn't count because I was too overwhelmed, but she probably took out more than 10 men, more than 10 soldiers, right? And she was in labor. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a minute off after that one. So just a friendly reminder, this is a woman who's primarily done stunt work. You nailed it. Oh my god. Random Aiel lady, who I know who you are. Other people don't. Random Aiel lady? Yes. Yes. This is what I wanted whenever I heard there was going to be a Wheel of Time show. Other stuff I've seen so far I've also wanted, but this is S-tier entertainment. And then we're left with a little bit of a cliffhanger. Some soldier shows up and holds a sword to her throat and just kind of leaves it there. Sword looks familiar. No? Okay, just made it out of the ways. I want to just run through a couple things really quick. The ways, I think, look really cool. Using a basalt column thing. Kind of neat. I didn't know what to expect because the description of them in the books is just very kind of boring, like flat platforms, you know, lines in the middle, very basic. And so this added a little dimension to it, which I think was visually a good idea. Got a little something more with Perrin being able to see something normal people wouldn't be able to see. Cute, fun, nice, little more hints for everyone. And for book readers who are wondering, well, what's Loial even needed for if they don't need him to open the Waygate? Well, they didn't need Loial to open the Waygate ever, because anybody can open a Waygate, they just need to know what to do with the Aventosora leaf. What Loial was necessary for was navigating the ways always, and that is what he is doing in the show, which I think is exactly what he needed to be doing all along. So, good work. We got some more whistling. Did you notice? Egwene woke up to some whistling. If you missed it, go back and listen. She gets up and then all of a sudden, we've got a stray Trolloc that gets channeled into oblivion. So, poor Trolloc, what the heck were you doing in there anyways? Ways. And then the highlight, Machin Shin comes because they channeled in the ways, and tell you what, Nynaeve is pretty important in a pinch. She's pretty good. She's pretty good in a pinch. So she whips out some random force shield and gives Moiraine enough time to get them out, and they escape. Easy peasy. Obviously not easy. Everyone's probably going to be haunted by what they heard, what Machin Shin was whispering at them, and so yeah, I guess we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the episode. I particularly enjoyed that Nynaeve's was all about protecting people, and so was Lan's. The little balance, the similarities between those two, they're very book accurate. They both have that inherent quality where they want to protect people, and the show's just doing so well at communicating that. question of the hour is, whenever Lan's thing was whispering, you're not going to be able to protect her, was it about Moiraine? Or was it about Nynaeve? Because we ended up getting this little Nynaeve thing. He went and grabbed her and dragged her out. Obviously, he would have done that probably for anybody, but it's something to think about. Okay, so we're in Fal Dara, and we finally got to meet Uno Bloody No Mesta. Book readers love Uno. Show watchers, you'll probably come to love Uno. He is one colorful dude. Lord Algamar, while impeccably dressed, seems a little sketch. I don't know, he's really defensive with Moiraine, which I did not appreciate. Could have guessed it from the whistling, but Padan Fane has returned. Came through the Waygate, oddly enough, seemingly by himself, and I don't recall him channeling, but we'll see. This to me suggests that there are other ways to get in and out of the Waygates other than channeling. Something very, very interesting from the bonus content popped up. We've got Padan Fane, and he has a little leaf in his hand. Why did they not keep that in this episode? To get rid of all of the naysayers, like, well, if you could only open the maze with the one power, then what's about this, and this plot? I mean, I get it, like, I get that there are things that happen in the books that would be really weird if you had to open the ways with the one power. And this just completely gets rid of that. All, like, why didn't they have this? They should have just had that. They should have had that in the episode. But I just wanted to point it out that they are aware of the concept of the Avendasaur leaf, and Fane, that is the explanation for how Fane made it through the ways. It does seem weird that Loial doesn't remember. But maybe it's a secret that, you know, the elders kept and Loial's too young to know. I don't know. It seems weird that Loial doesn't know. It does. And then, an answer to the weeks-old question, what do these Aes Sedai rings look like for accepted? Well, now we know. They just don't have gems inside of them. They just look oddly very empty until you become an Aes Sedai, which I guess is fitting. You're not a full sister, so you don't get a full ring. That conversation did upset me a bit, though. Moiraine throws Mat under the bus, though I am wondering, what can the Red Ajah possibly do to Mat if he can't channel? They can't really gentle him, so I don't know. I guess this remains to be seen. This could be another Moiraine thing where she just wants him to be under the wing of the tower, and that feels like her best bet. A good excuse, essentially, is to throw the Red Ajah after him because she knows that they won't relent. But you never know with Moiraine. We finally met Min! In the books, we meet her a little bit earlier, but like this, it's a very brief meeting at first. This is a character that comes back and is a big, big character in the books. I love her. I think she looks super cool, super casual, which to me was always what Min was supposed to be, what her vibe was supposed to be. Also, Moraine's line, they're both big and they both brood. I don't know, that might have been the best line from Moiraine other than on your knees yet in this entire series. That was actually pretty funny. And Moiraine is not known for her humor. And then we get to Min's visions. So in the books, Min's visions are described in multiple ways. So she has visions like this sometimes where she can see something on a person, you know, like blood running down their face or whatever. So that kind of likens itself to this, like Perrin with golden eyes and blood running down his face. Some of her visions in the books are also like floating images above people's heads. So I guess that could be more like the sparkles around everybody. So there's these floating sparkles, and this was similar to something in the book where it's like there's this light that sort of seems to be connecting them all, and it's not, you know, on any one of them, and it's not this like ethereal figure, it's just some kind of a thing around them. The white flame with Egwene was interesting, and a gold ring. Okay. And then this one was a bit of a puzzler. Rand and a baby. Rand and a baby. That's I'm not sure. Honestly, I from the books, there's nothing that I can think of that this would be. So I think we're getting something new. I love this because I don't know what to think of it, and it just makes me wonder what's going on. So it's exciting to me. I guess we'll see what it is with Rand and this baby. Theories. Hit me with theories in the comments, because I'm drawing a blank on this one. And then the Amerlin in full regalia being Moraine's downfall. So last episode, whenever Swan and Moiraine were having their powwow, they mentioned if they get caught, then they'll be stilled. So it could be something like that, where because Moiraine and Swan are scheming together, eventually they're going to get caught, and because of the scheme, Moiraine will have her downfall. There's another thing that I'm thinking that's a bit of a book spoiler, so I'm going to put up a spoiler tag, just a little flag, and for the next 30 seconds, I'm going to give this theory with the flag up, and then I'll take the flag down when I'm done. Okay, so my theory is that whenever Swan gets deposed, we get a new Amyrlin. She doesn't say the current Amyrlin in full regalia. She says the Amyrlin in full regalia. So this could be Elaida. Or some people are saying Liandrin's going to replace Elaida. But let's just assume we're going book accurate here. What if this is Elaida and Elaida brings Moiraine down? Maybe in the coup, whenever they bring Swan down, they also bring Moiraine down. That would be different, but it would be interesting. So, something to think about. Anyway, very excited that we met Min. I think she looks great. Kay Alexander is a perfect choice. So, I mean, we knew it was coming. We didn't know how quickly it was coming. And man, oh man. Leneve. This girl is a happy camper. Let's put it that way. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we go. We started this segment with an impassioned speech from Moiraine about how, in fact, anybody who gets between the dragon and the Dark One is just gonna die. So, of course, Nynaeve's like, well, you can F right off. And Egwene is like, but isn't this what we came here to do? If there's any chance that this is gonna work, isn't it worth it? And let me just tell you, if you haven't read the books yet, that is Egwene. That is my girl Egwene. She will do anything to save the world, to protect those around her. She is self-sacrificial to a fault, and she's such a good character for it. I just love her. She's so strong and so brave, and obviously very compelling, because she kind of talked Nynaeve off the cliff. Or that's what it felt like, at least. Until things blew up, and all of a sudden, I mean, there have been hints, but we have ourselves an official love triangle, or something. Nynaeve thinks there's a love triangle. Now Rand is self-conscious about there being a love triangle. Perrin denies it. I mean, this was what, 30 seconds so far in this episode, and it was kind of just like, okay. I mean, in the books, I feel like Perrin and Egwene had more chemistry than they do in the show. I think whenever they were with the Tinkers, Egwene at one point said something like, we should have danced at Beltane or something to Perrin, and it was just sweet. And they did. They had a lot of chemistry. And in this, they were sweet, but I got brother-sister vibes from them in the show. And so the fact that this whole love triangle thing exists is kind of just like, okay, whatever. Like, let's move on. And then Nynaeve once again tracks/follows Lan to his, acquaintance's house. Yeah, everyone's kind of saying their goodbyes, and Nynaeve doesn't have anybody to say goodbye to, so she follows Lan, naturally. We find out that he's good with children, so I guess he is indeed perfect. Like, swoon? Oh my, I mean, come on, Lan. Do you have any faults? And then shit gets real. Okay, sorry. I'm being immature. No, I'm not. I'm just being happy. This Lenny for life. I think this is every woman's dream. This thing that's happening right here. Goddamn. It's so good. And then icing on the cake of a very cute, very hot scene. Yay. Happy camper right here. This episode, whew, this episode is doing it for me. Okay, love triangle resolved. Rand and Egwene, we're fine. Randween for life. I mean, oh my gosh. Rand tells her that she needs to go to the tower and that he'll be her warder because every Aes Sedai needs a warder. And then she tells him that if he's the dragon, she'll always be there for him. Ah! They're really cute. I am on this ship firmly. What a sweet little duo. I'm happy that they're happy. And if anybody's on a braid tug watch, I think this is the closest we came to a Nynaeve braid tug, which is an iconic aspect of the books that we haven't yet gotten in the show. And then Nynaeve got to hear Lan's backstory. She questioned whether he belonged to Moiraine. In fact, she stated, well, you belong to Moiraine, and he pushed back on that. I don't belong to Moiraine any more than you belong to those kids. Basically, it's just they both have these people that they care so much about, but then they also really clearly care a lot about each other in a completely different way. And man, I love them. I love them. We got it. We got the dragon reveal. I mean, we knew it was coming with the Blood Snow Cold Open, but I wanted more from Winter Night. I wanted more from Winter Night. I've been saying that from the beginning, and we got it. We got more. We got Tam's feverish ravings about the baby he found in the snow. We got it. We got Rand channeling to break down the iron door, or the wood door, or whatever the heck that door was that was supposed to be unbreakable. We got at least a hint of the flame in the void. Before, when his mind was distracted, he was not hitting the bullseye. He seemed to be really focused up here, and he was hitting the bullseye. We didn't get to see a flame, we didn't get to see a void, and if you're just a show watcher and not a book reader, the flame in the void is a concentration technique that Tam taught Rand. And so the fact that we're getting Tam flashbacks, and Rand is sort of more in the zone, I guess, in this case, it makes sense that he would then be able to use this concentration technique to help him with archery, which is kind of how Tam taught him in the first place to use it. We've got Rand channeling to protect Egwene. It wasn't Egwene in the ways, it was Rand! And man, what a big surprise! I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I am happy with the way they put it all together for us. And I like how they kept us kind of guessing. They kept people guessing, especially people who hadn't read the books. So Rand goes to Min. Turns out Min had a vision. She saw Tam, and she knew what was going to happen. Tam found Rand's mom and helped her, held her hand while she gave birth to Rand. A bloody scene, but man, a powerful one. So Min sort of more or less confirms for Rand that he is indeed the Dragon Reborn, but you know what the other vision she had? Rainbows and carnivals and 3 beautiful women. Sounds like a pretty good fate to me. In a brief moment of levity, Nynaeve gets busted by Egwene, and then of course, Rand tells Moiraine that he's the one, and they go off into the Blight alone. So that is different. That is different from the books. Big difference from the books. And very curious to see how this all pans out. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. A lot happened. Best cold open by far. Nynaeve, once again, goes Super Saiyan. We get the Rand reveal. We get Nynaeve. Okay, like, it's, this was the best episode for me. Episode 7, best episode. We're putting episode 4 directly behind it. Episode 7 has taken the lead officially. Damn, that was good. Wow, I really liked it. Okay, so that's it. We have one episode left. One episode left. Moiraine and Rand are in the Blight. I can only assume that everybody is going to follow them. But I don't know. I don't know. The bond is masked, so Lan isn't necessarily going to be able to track Moiraine based on their bond. So I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, he's probably a pretty good tracker, and we all know Nynaeve's a good tracker, so I guess maybe that'll be what happens. Really, really excited for next week. Can't wait. So pumped. And I guess that's it. Until next time. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to my brand new patrons. I just started a Patreon and I have patrons now, and so I'm going to give them a shout out. Ready? Are you ready? Hannah Sedai, Rob Thomas, Rachel Sedai, Rose Kraftick, Brian Bonnell, and Sara Caplan. You guys are the real ones. You're the Kritter Fam. We love you. Thank you.